Okay, in this tutorial I want to demonstrate some of the selection tools that we find in Photoshop, and I'll do that by recreating this montage of Clint Eastwood. You can see there are 4 images that make up this montage. If we ignore the background, there's the old Clint Eastwood, there's a hat, a young Clint Eastwood, and this old saloon bar. And these are the source files here. You can see that I've Googled these and I've got them all ready. And I've deliberately chosen these images to demonstrate 4 different selection techniques. Alright, so let's start opening up Photoshop. We go to File, we create New, and I'm going to choose to create a new 8 by 12 inch canvas, and we'll make it 300 dots per inch RGB. And that's going to be our blank canvas for our montage. And now I will open up those 4 images that you saw earlier. I'll just select them all and click OK. And here they come. Alright, we'll start with the old Clint Eastwood. And for this I want to demonstrate the Lasso Tool, which is this one here. Now, the Lasso Tool is used in conjunction with the feather. The number that you type in feather decides how soft the edge of your selection will be. So if it's got a feather of 0, it'll be a very hard edge. If, on the other hand, you type in 200, it'll be a very soft edge. So this is what a soft edge selection looks like with the Lasso Tool. I'll just do a quick trace around his face. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so I've got an area that I'm happy with. I'll now copy that from the Edit menu, and I'll go to my blank 8 by 12 canvas and choose Paste. And you can see that the feather, the 200 pixel feather, has given me a lovely soft edge. So I'll just move that to one side. And, pardon me, let's now go to the young Clint Eastwood. Now with this photo, I want to demonstrate a different technique. I want to use this tool here called the Quick Selection Tool. And the beauty of this tool is that you take your hand and your mouse, you start at the top of the head, and you just do little drags. And you can see that as I'm dragging my mouse downwards, Photoshop is looking for the edge of the body, and it snaps to the edge like a magnet. So I come down towards the jeans, move across. Now I can let go of the mouse at this stage and have a little break, and it remembers where I left off and just continues. So here I come on the other side and further down. Okay, and I've got a pretty good selection. I'll just pick up the ear that I missed over here. Alright, now I can refine the edge of this selection, but I won't worry about that too much. That's a different lesson. Let's say I'm happy with that selection. I can then now go to Copy, and once again to my blank canvas and choose Paste. And there he is, a young Clint Eastwood minus the background, and I can position that where I want it. Very good. So what's left? Okay. We've got the old one, we've got the young one. I can actually close these now because I don't need them. We've got the hat. Alright, now when you have a photo like this where it's really obvious that the background is quite plain and even, and in this case it's white, a great tool to use is the magic wand. And this lives in the same area as the Quick Selection Tool. The magic wand is perfect for selecting an area of equal value, such as the white background. And then what you do is you reverse the selection and it picks up the object that's on that plain background. So this is how it works. You click on the background. Remember, the white is all the same pixel, it's the same color, and instantly the magic wand selects everything but the hat. And now if I go to the select menu and choose inverse, it now switches it around and now it's selected the hat. If I inverse again, it's got the background. I don't know if you can see the subtle difference with the marching ants. So the magic wand is great for selecting an even colored area. And then of course with the inverse you can swap it around and pick up the object that you want. In this case it's the hat. Once again, back to edit, copy, back to our 8x12 canvas and paste. And what I can do now is I can move that hat with the move tool where I want it. If you find that something's too big, you can always go and choose Free Transform from the Edit menu or Command T. And that brings up this bounding box I think it's called. And then you can do things like resize it with the Shift key. You press the Shift key down and then drag one of these corner handles. Or you can rotate it. And that makes it fit better. I'll just shift and drag that a little bit smaller. That's about right. There's Clint Eastwood's new hat. And then when you're happy with the new size and rotation, you press the return key on your keyboard or the enter key, and you've got the hat in position. Now that leaves, we can close that image now, that leaves one more selection, and that is the saloon bar. Now with this old cheat, I won't select the whole building, I'll just select this front building here. And for this, I will use another tool that lives near the Lasso Tool. I'll just zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. The Polygonal Lasso Tool. I just call it the Polygon tool. So if I choose that, the great thing about this tool, it's basically a series of clicks that you use to trace around the object that you wish to trace. Now I could zoom in to get a better view, but I'm just going to demonstrate this a little bit crudely. So if you can just bear with me, I'm just clicking around the saloon bar. And I'll just go across here, down to here, straight across the floor, back up to the roof. And the idea with clicking in this way is that you end up back where you started. And again, I don't have to be perfect because I'm just demonstrating this today. And I don't want to waste too much of your time. So when you go back to the beginning, if you double click, or single click actually, it joins up and you can see the marching ants now. So what happens now is I can copy it, go back to the 8x12 and paste, and there is my cutout saloon bar. And once again I will have to go Command T, bring up the bounding box and shift drag to make it the size that I want. And that's pretty much it. I have just demonstrated 4 different techniques using the selection tools, and I think if you can practice those techniques you'll have a lot of success. Thank you for listening and watching. Bye bye.